All right, we're starting with the first key concept for Bio 181, Chapter 1, The Science of Biology. All right. The first concept is living organisms share 7 characteristics of life. So I created this mnemonic, roaches, to help us remember these characteristics. Reproduction, growth, and development, that's R. O is ordered complexity. A is adaptation through evolution. C is cells. Every organism has one or more cells. H is homeostasis. E is energy utilization. And S is sensitivity to stimuli. So we'll go through these one by one. Reproduction, growth, and development. So organisms are capable of making copies of themselves. If it's a bacteria, if it's a human, if it's a fungus, they are capable of splitting into two, increasing their size or growing, and developing. So the first initial day may not look the same as day 10, and it will look different from day 30 if it's a 30-day organism. Ordered complexity. So every living thing is made of many highly organized components. And one very complex molecule found in the body is hemoglobin. This is a protein. Proteins are often quite complex, and it's made up of many different subunits that are specialized to carry oxygen. So in each of these compartments, there's an iron atom, and that atom is going to bind to oxygen and carry it through the blood. Quite complex. Adaptation through evolution. So adaptation in this definition is a change in response to the environment that's going to be heritable. So it's evolution. For example, this fish that was living above ground, exposed to light, changed and adapted when living in a cave. It no longer needed all of the neuronal support and energy for vision. So the photoreceptors disappeared. And the coloration and pigment, which required energy, also disappeared. So that's adaptation, and that's carried down from generation to generation. Cells. Cells are the fundamental unit of life. Every single thing that's alive has one or more cells. So bacteria are made up of just one cell. They divide and make 2 more cells. They will then divide and make 2 more cells. You never have a bacteria that's composed of more than one cell. They're unicellular. We, on the other hand, have trillions of cells. So we are complicated organisms. They're the fundamental unit of life. If you split it apart, it's no longer alive. Homeostasis. This is the ability to maintain relative stability and function as changes occur in the internal or external environment. So inside or outside. The example here, the body maintains a constant temperature. If you're an endotherm, a human is an example. So if it's too hot, you can sweat to cool off. The evaporation will cool you down. If it's too cold, you'll shiver, release energy in the form of ATP. That's going to increase your temperature. 6, energy utilization. So organisms are capable of using energy for metabolic reactions, and metabolic reaction, that just means any chemical reaction that is supporting life. So an example is photosynthesis. This drives all of the life on Earth, basically. So all of the energy coming into the Earth is from the sun. That light energy, electromagnetic radiation, is captured through this process of photosynthesis. That light energy is then stored in a molecule of sugar called glucose, and then later the organism uses this glucose to move around and grow and develop and perform the functions of a living organism. The last one, S, is sensitivity to stimuli. So organisms can respond to changes in the environment. So that would be a stimulus, anything in the environment, a signal. And they will respond with a functional activity. So the example here is a plant that can grow towards light. That's called positive phototaxis. So the light source over here, the plant orients itself so that it's maximizing the energy contact with the leaves, which are going to be photosynthetic. And that's it for the characteristics of life.